Hi, it's Sunday, January 24th, 2010. And if you like horror movies, you might be interested in hearing that they're remaking the first Child's Play movie that was originally done back in 1988. Don Mancini and I think it's David Kirshner were the people who originally made that movie, and they decided to remake it and kind of return it to its scary roots. During the sequels that followed, it kind of led off into a more comedic direction than a horror direction, which was what it was originally. So they kind of want to return it to what it was before it turned into whatever it turned into. I'm still not sure. They've been in negotiations with Universal Pictures for probably the last 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, trying to get a deal worked out with them. And, well, they finally got it, so they're moving ahead with the movie. I think it's still in pre-production right now, but next month it's actually supposed to move into production. And it's supposed to be out by December. At least that's the target release date. But it might not be until next year. I don't know if they've already hired the cast for it and signed the actors. Probably not, because it's still a little early. But they did manage to get the guy who originally voiced Chucky. I think his name is Brad, and I'm going to butcher his last name because I don't know how to pronounce it. Dourif. I hope I got close. To voice Chucky, because he's the actor who originally voiced him in, well, all of the movies. So getting another actor to do it probably wouldn't be a really good idea. The fans would probably riot. And he'll also be playing Charles Lee Ray, who was the serial killer who transferred himself into that good guy doll that later became Chucky. So, yeah. I don't really think they're going to be making a whole lot of changes to the way Chucky actually looks, even though they did mention that they're going to be making a few minor cosmetic changes. But that shouldn't really affect it that much. But they are going to be making some changes to the movie itself. I think the plot is going to stay basically the same, but they're going to try to horror it up a little more to kind of make it a little more scary than the original was. At least that's the plan. Plus, none of the killings are going to be done in the same way. They're going to be done differently according to them. So we'll just have to wait and see how they do them. The remake of Child's Play is a little more than just a remake. According to them, it's a reboot of the franchise, which means that they're basically starting over, and they'll be making sequels to it in the same way that they made sequels to the original. But they're going to be taking it in a different direction this time. Hopefully a less comedic direction. I think the fact that it's being remade by the original creators of the movie, and not by other people, which kind of screws remakes up in my opinion, would make it a little more appealing to those who don't really like remakes and prefer the originals. So, if you're one of those people, you might want to give it a try and see if you like it. You might be surprised by what they come up with.